Hi everybody, Sarah here. Today we are going to make a coffee filter wreath, and I think this will be a fun project. I think just switching out some decorations, it'll be able to take us through several seasons. So we are going to go ahead and get started with this easy project. Now for the regular size, the 8 to 12 cup coffee filters, I've gone ahead and gotten a 16-inch wreath so that the coffee filters will not take up an inordinately large amount of space in the middle and make the wreath too terribly closed off in the middle. So the first thing you need to do is just have several coffee filters available. This is so simple, you're not going to believe it. The hardest part for me will be getting the coffee filters separated out. Okay, the first thing you want to do is take your coffee filter and fold it in half. And then you want to fold it again in half. So you have it quartered. And then you just run it through your fingers like such. And bending the end down a little bit so that it's flat on the bottom. All we're going to do is take our hot glue gun, add a dollop of hot glue, and we're going to stick the coffee filter right to the wreath. Right now this is going to take some time, and I'm betting this will take about 400 to 600 coffee filters. And it will take a little bit of time, so find a good movie or something that you want to watch on Netflix, and let's get started. Here we are with our first layer of coffee filters done and on our wreath. And this is, I would say, about 60-65 coffee makers. So we are on to start filling out the rest of the wreath. For the second row, I'm just going to start in and kind of offset the next set of coffee filters with the first. Here's the finished wreath. This thing came out huge. I love it. It's nice and full, and I can see so much potential for this wreath. I just can't wait to get started and use it in some different projects. Now, there's a couple spots, and they're not showing up really well on camera, where one of the coffee filters is just sticking out further than it should, and in order to fix that, we're simply going to trim it just a little bit. Just trim that off of there, give it a nice, neat, uniform appearance, and it is ready to go. But for the most part, I don't think anything really even needs trim too much on here. Just, you know, a couple little spots, and that's it. Now, in order to hang this, I'm simply going to flip it over backwards, and taking a pipe cleaner, I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to make a couple small holes in the back of my wreath, kind of pointing at an upward angle. Then I'm going to stick my pipe cleaner in there, and using some hot glue, I'm going to seal that into the back of my styrofoam wreath. Alright, and I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and then when that, fold it up. So this will be the top of it, and that will give a nice tight hold, and it will actually hold quite a bit of weight this way when it's all dry.